What's going on, guys? We're gonna take a look at two pieces of equipment that I find super essential for being here in the Midwest. That is the Assault Runner, and then behind me, I just got shipped a Trueform Runner. These are two things that keep me running in the wintertime. They can keep me out of the elements and keep me in here in the barn. The Assault Runner I've already got assembled, but I just got shipped that Trueform Runner, and we're going to take some time today to assemble that, go through that process, and then talk about a little bit of the similarities between the two, the differences, some of the drawbacks, what you might like and what you may not like in today's video. Pretty much have everything unpackaged here, just kind of sitting out on the floor. And what we've got, looks like these are going to be the arms that are going to go down in those holes right there. It does come with all necessary bolts, looks like, as well as the tools to install, Allen wrench heads, which is nice. That's everything right there. And then the thing that I'm absolutely the most excited about is this. I did not know that they upgraded their monitor. If anybody has used the old Trueform monitor, you know that it is not the greatest thing ever. That was going to be actually one of my criticisms, was going to be the Trueform monitor and how it's a little bit difficult to follow your pace, a little bit on distance. It took like big batteries to kind of power. This also came with 4 AA batteries. So that means goodbye to the big battery and having to recharge them. I'm probably late to the game on this just because I haven't run on an updated Trueform, but I am super excited to see what this monitor can do compared to the old one. Also great that it comes with a instruction manual. So let's dive in here. So I'm trying to fight the urge of not actually using the instruction manual. I'm going to actually use it, and I'm glad that I did, because I opened up and the number one thing you want to do is lift the belt and find a serial number underneath, just for if you have any problems with the runner. That way you can reference that serial number, they know what model you have, and they'll be able to address the issue as quick as possible. That's what that looks like. Pulling under the belt, serial number is tucked right down in there. You can see all of the track underneath here. Pretty cool to get a look at that. So everything is all assembled. I would say it probably took me about 45 minutes. So it's not terribly bad. The only hard part was honestly putting on this piece here. So the handles going up. I was by myself, so putting this on here, just getting it steady so that I could get in these screws was a little bit difficult. Taking a look at the monitor, or updated monitor, we've got pace, speed, distance, time, and connects to the heart rate. Now I'm not sure what the pace is or the speed is, what it's measured in. Distance, I'm assuming it's miles. It probably says down there in the manual. I should probably just check that out. Okay, we just finished assembling the Trueform Runner. Now let's talk a little bit about some of the key points about it. One, it is a self-propelled curved treadmill. So that means that slight incline is what helps you turn the belt, and in turn your legs are the only thing that keeps you going. There is no motor associated with this curve. Now the curve is a little bit shallower than some of the other treadmills out there, particularly the Assault Runner, and I believe as well as the Woodway Curve. Now this shallower curve is meant to be more of a, or put you in more of a neutral running position, which is supposed to be more like running on regular ground. Another thing you're going to notice is that on this treadmill, it is a lot more difficult to run than on normal ground. Trueform's very upfront about this. They say it's going to take about 33% more effort to produce the same pace or speed on their treadmill versus running on regular ground. And you will notice this as soon as you step up on it. It's almost like running with a little bit of a sled pull behind you. And it definitely lights up your glutes and your hamstrings while you're running. So you definitely want to keep that in mind if you're using this for workouts. If you're using it to compare yourself to an old workout that you had running on pavement in, let's say now it's the winter time, so you're going to jump in your garage and use the Trueform, those times are going to be vastly different because this is a different running experience. It is a very natural running experience. It does feel like running on regular ground, but the extra resistance is gonna slow you down quite a bit compared to what you might have done in a workout where you were running on pavement or running outside. It would also be important to point out that your max mile time or your best mile time on the track or the pavement is going to be a lot faster than what it will be on the Trueform runner. One of the cool things that I do like about this is that it is handcrafted and built in the USA over in Connecticut. Another cool thing is that Trueform does offer a variety of surfaces for their belts. You can run on turf. You can have a attachment where you could actually run with spikes for those of us who are track and field fans like myself. Now, I do have to say the monitor is much better from the old version. I didn't see it in the instruction manual, but I would imagine it's giving you speed in miles per hour and your distance, or excuse me, your pace in terms of your 1 mile pace. All right, now let's compare this to the Assault Runner, and the biggest difference you're gonna find is that that incline is going to be a lot steeper. And what this changes is how the belt moves. Now the belt feels a little bit looser. It feels like the belt can spin a little bit faster on the Assault Runner versus the Trueform. So what I find is that I have a little bit harder time maintaining an even pace, or it takes a little bit of practice on the Assault Runner, because the minute that you inch your body weight a little bit further forward towards the monitor, that belt wants to whip underneath you incredibly quick because of that steeper incline and because there's less resistance on the belt. In terms of the monitor, this is where the Assault Runner is really gonna stand out. I really like the readouts on the monitor a lot better. It can give you your mile pace, it can give you the distance you're going in miles, it can give you the distance per kilometer, or your pace per 1 kilometer. There's just a lot of different features there that I find a little bit more valuable coming from a background in running, things that I want to see and use to gauge how hard I'm running, where I'm at in the distance, and whether or not I need to pick up my pace or not. It's also going to give you a wattage reading, which can help you pace during different workouts in the gym. If you're performing a CrossFit workout and you want to take your pace off of wattage rather than your mile pace, then that can also be beneficial. It also gives you a calorie output if you want to accumulate calories rather than distance for reps. So there's just a little bit more feature-rich options on the Assault Runner monitor than the Trueform monitor. Now, that being said, the Trueform monitor is a really nice upgrade. Like I mentioned before, it just takes 4 AA batteries now. There's not a big battery that sits at the bottom, and it is more obvious what you need to look at in terms of finding your pace and your distance. Now, if I had to choose any erg that I could use in the gym, what would it be? That's a really tough call. I'm really split right now between the rower and the Echo bike being my favorite, being that they're total body and they're very low impact activities. But I would have to say that having one of these is absolutely clutch, especially if you're in the Midwest when the weather is cold, you want to get in a hard running session, or you don't want to have the garage door up in your garage gym because you're going to lose all the heat going out of it. Having one of these to use to run is a extreme added benefit and definitely worthy of an investment in your home gym. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember to like, subscribe, put any questions down in the comments below, and we will see you guys next time.